It is Week 10, and the undefeated Miami Dolphins are traveling out to cold Wisconsin to take on the Green Bay Packers. Last week was a big week for the run game for Miami. 11 carries, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Kenyon Drake. And QBing for the Dolphins is Brock Osweiler, as Tannehill went down with a shoulder tear in last week's game. 3rd and 12 for Osweiler on his own 33, moving around in the pocket, tries to escape the pressure, but instead is sacked by Nick Perry. It's going to be Green Bay ball now as Aaron Rodgers comes out onto the field. Good year so far at the passing yards, but a 7-12 touchdown to INT ratio is not what you like to see. He's going to start things off by handing it off to Ty Montgomery for the first down, taken down at midfield. After that, it is going to be dropping back in the pocket and finding Philly Brown over the middle for the diving catch. 3rd and 8 inside Miami territory now. Rodgers rolling out to his right, finds Devontae Adams in the back of the end zone, and the Packers strike first in this one. 7-0 is their lead. Dolphins on offense now. Osweiler 2nd and 10 in the pocket. Here comes the pressure. Williams takes him down on the sack. It's going to be 3rd and 20 now. Osweiler trying to take the top off the defense with Jakeem Grant's speed, but they stick with them, and it's going to be an INT from Kevin King, and Green Bay has the ball heading into the second quarter. Green Bay on offense now on their own 24. Rodgers finds Jimmy Graham coming across the middle on the BS 4 reverts play, and he proceeds to break about 17 tackles until he's finally taken down at the 9-yard line. 2nd and goal now. Rodgers. Here comes the pressure, rolling out to his right. Nobody's open still. Sheds 1 tackler, sheds 2 tackler, and then the 3rd one takes him down for the sack, and Rashad Jones. But then on 3rd and goal, Rodgers, no pressure that time, finds Randall Cobb in the back of the end zone, hits us with the take the L Fortnite dance, and it's now a 14-0 Green Bay lead. The Dolphins come right out, and on their first play, handoff to Kenyon Drake, who goes down the right-hand sideline to the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins, a 64-yard rush for Kenyon Drake. 14-7 now, lead is cut in half. Later on in the second, Packers back on offense. Jimmy Graham picks up the reception. He gets laid out, but he holds onto it. 2nd and 2 now, cross midfield, handoff to Aaron Jones, the running back out of UTEP, and he proceeds to just get through everybody somehow, and then go into the end zone for the 44-yard touchdown scamper. 21-7, back to a 14-point lead, I should say, for the Packers. Later in the second, Osweiler rolls out to his left, right into Nick Perry. It's another sack for him. So now it is a 2nd and 23. Pump fake to Parker on the sluggo, and he throws it to him as well. Parker down the sidelines, taken down at the 16-yard line. Now on the 4, it's 3rd and goal. Osweiler has Leonte Carew, the Rutgers man, into the end zone, and the lead's down to 7 yet again. 21-14 is the score as we are now in the second half. 8:31 in the third. 4th and 1, handoff. Kalen Ballage picks up the first down. 3rd and 3 now. They need another conversion, and Osweiler is going to try to find Kenny Stills, but he drops it, and this time they decide to settle for the field goal, make it a 21-17 game. Lead is now down to 3 for Green Bay. Dolphins back on offense after nothing going for the Packers on offense, and Albert Wilson catches a ball in the post over the middle, jukes out the one man in front of him, and then just beats everybody to the end zone. Albert Wilson at a Georgia State with a touchdown, and Miami has their first lead on a 78-yard touchdown catch from Albert Wilson. 24-21 is the score, but then Green Bay would get down to about the 1-yard line as they fail to punch it in there on 3rd and goal, so they settle for a field goal and tie the game back up. It is now 24-24. Matt Hawk comes out after an unsuccessful Dolphins drive, and his punt was successful for the brand, pins them at the 5-yard line, and on the Packers' very first play, it's a play action, no pressure, but Rodgers does throw a pick right to Josie Jewell, the rookie out of Iowa, picked up off of Detroit Lions practice squad before the season started, and he's coming up big here with an INT. Dolphins on offense now, their first play of this drive, Jazeki wide open in in the back of the end zone, and the former Southern Regional Ram in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 31-24 now is the Dolphins' lead. Late third quarter, Rodgers over the middle, picked off by Cordrea Tankersley, the leading interception man on this Dolphins defense. And then in the early fourth quarter, Young-Ho Koo knocks down a long field goal to extend the Dolphins' lead to 10. Now the Dolphins back on offense, 8:22 in the fourth quarter. Osweiler taking the top off the defense with the speedy Jakeem Grant, 67 yards to the end zone. For the Texas Tech Red Raider, it's now a 41-24 ball game. 7:18 left in the fourth. Packers on offense now. Rodgers in the pocket. Nobody's open. Rolling out to his left, trying to buy some time. He is taken down by Quinn, and Hayes forces the fumble, pops out, picked up by Davin Godchow. But then when the Dolphins try to settle for a field goal, it is blocked by the Packers. So the Packers are going the other way with it. 2nd and 24 for them inside Miami territory. Rodgers finds Jimmy Graham with the reception. Stephon Anthony was hurt on the play, though. It was bad news. We will get into that after the game. 1st and 10. Rodgers, all the time in the world in the pocket, just rolls out to his right and somehow finds Randall Cobb on a crazy reception inside the 5 now. 1st and goal on the 2 as Rodgers just throws it up for Philly Brown. He comes down with it in the corner, and the Packers now have a 41-31 game to work with, only down by 10. Inside the 2-minute warning, Rodgers tries to find Jimmy Graham, cannot haul it in on 3rd and 10, so they try to kick a field goal, but it's wide left and short, so it's still 41-31. Packers would get the ball back with about a minute left. They find Philly Brown, but he is laid out by Minkah Fitzpatrick, forces the fumble, picked up by who else but Cordrea Tankersley, and that would seal the deal in this one, as the Miami Dolphins are still undefeated on the season, as they come with the win 41-31 over the Green Bay Packers here in Green Bay. Osweiler had a great day taking over for Tannehill, who is injured. 15 for 27 through the air with 295 yards and 4 touchdowns. Stephon Anthony had 10 tackles on the day that led the defense, but he is going to be out for the next 6 weeks of action with a foot fracture, so not good for Stephon Anthony. He might even have to end up going on the injured reserve to end his season. Week 11 next week is the Dolphins' bye week, so the video will be an update video going over the stats, who we're scouting, all that good stuff, and then the Week 12 video will be against the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. So with that being said, that wraps things up here for this edition of Miami Dolphins football. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.